Welcome, everyone. My name is John Zavala from NextOp Veterans. And again, so welcome to our monthly installments of our NextOp panel. Before I begin, I'll just kind of go over some housekeeping rules. Again, just to let everyone know, we are recording this event because this is great information that we have, and we want to go ahead and post this on social media. So again, just a fair warning, we are recording this. Just let me know if you have any questions about that. Please place your device on mute unless you're speaking. Of course, when you're speaking, please unmute. Feel free to chat. Let us know if you have any questions. And then once you're done, please go back on mute. This is a small informal setting, so I encourage you to put your cameras on, enable it. Let's talk amongst each other. This is a small, again, networking affair here. We're all like-minded, helping each other out. So definitely encourage everyone to network, connect, and have any questions, please. This is the time, the platform. Now we're going to kind of go on this the background introduction of our NextOp panel. So again, as I kind of introduced each month that we do this, this is more of again informal, something we want to do to stay relevant in obviously the current times. Pandemic, we've been shut down. Not a whole lot of interactions face to face. I know in the past, NextOp used to do a monthly social out in town. Obviously, we're not able to do that, so we decided to again stay relevant and do something here on Zoom to still stay connected. So again, this started just as that, just connecting with people, networking, learning about different resources, helping each other out. Whether if you're going through your transition, your career search, or your development in your career, this is a platform we utilize. We just kind of sit here during lunchtime, and just kind of again informal, talk about different questions, different issues, and we just time to help each other out. Here today, I'm with Tiffany Bradbury and Dina Anderson. They are both with NextOp Veterans. They're employment coordinators. And here shortly, we'll be joined with by Craig Cassup. He's a workforce solutions employment coordinator as well there. So last month, we had talked about a lot of great resources, whether, again, some Combined Arms, Texas Veteran Commission. We talked about, here, let me see here. Just a variety of different resources out there for military spouses, veterans, people that's just getting out with their transition. So it was some great opportunity, great information to share. But again, I'm going to share the link to the YouTube page. Again, I encourage you to check it out, look at all our past recordings, and please, I ask you to share it to your fellow veterans, people that's getting out as well. Definitely worthwhile to look at. Great information. So with that being said, I'm just going to kind of push along here because we have some awesome information that we have for you today. So after last month's video we had, I was introduced to Rick and Robin from Impact to Hero. So we had the opportunity to sit down with them. That we kind of learned their organization, Impact to Hero, learned some upcoming programs they're going to be offering, and I was sold on it. They had a great program that they're going to put together, and I thought it would be an awesome time for them to share with the veteran community. Again, have this platform to put out there. So with that being said, I will shut my mouth here so I can let Impacted Hero, Rick Miller and Robin Seymour speak about their great opportunity they have with Impacted Hero. Rick, Robin.
Thank you very much, John. And Robin and I are here to share with all of you. How many are on the line here? I can't see. Okay, good. I see my TSTC friend is there too. How you doing, Kenneth? Anyway, what we're doing here at Impact to Hero is kind of redefining what we're all about and what we're going to do to accomplish our mission, which is to make a positive impact on the lives of veterans and their families. And so in redesigning what we're about to do, we have developed this program called Leadership and Personal Growth. Can you see the slides?
Not yet. Did you want me to go ahead and share it?
Yeah, let's go ahead and show the slides.
Okay.
First slide. It's coming up.
Can everyone see it?
John, can you see that?
Yes, I see it. Yes.
Okay, great. So, so what we want to do is provide tools and equip our veterans who we can come in contact with and work with, tools to help them in their personal lives, to help them in their professional lives, and to be able to either, in your case, help veterans get positions and jobs and be productive, and veterans who may already have a job, but to equip them with leadership skills and personal growth so that they can improve and be better and move on and do great things. So I'll go through what we have designed, and we call it under our banner of personal leadership and personal growth. Let's go to the next slide. Go ahead.
Oops, wrong screen. There we go.
Nope.
Okay.
Hang
Sorry,
on.
trying to highlight between.
There we go.
toggling here.
So we'll get coordinated here. So anyway, so under that banner of leadership and personal growth, and feel free to ask questions, or if you want me to just go through this and then you can answer questions later. So the first element there on our leadership and personal growth, you'll see in a little box, it says grants. Now, what Impact a Hero used to do, maybe 4 years ago, and then the preceding 10 or 11 years before that, starting in about 2006, is Impact a Hero would raise a lot of money through different events, mainly a gala, a golf tournament, 5K, 10K, you name it. And they would take this money and then they would provide grants to wounded warriors or veterans who needed assistance, financial assistance. And that was the program. And that worked for maybe for about 10 or 11 years. And then Impact Hero took a turn and went to primarily focused on post-traumatic growth, PTSD, TBI, and helping veterans with those issues. So we are going to not necessarily get away from that entirely, but we're going to put some money in a pot, and we're going to make grants available to veterans who really need that financial assistance. Now, one thing we're going to ask them to do is, like, we're going to give them some fish, right? But we're going to ask them to participate in 2 programs with us. One is what we call the Leadership Academy, and I'll explain that in a minute. And the second is a financial fitness course. There are other components of our leadership and personal growth program. You can see the little box that says Operation Impact, and I'll explain that a little bit later. And then there's the Toastmasters program. I don't know how many of you have been through a Toastmasters program, but in my opinion is they're very, very helpful and very productive in equipping the individual on how to speak in public and how to be comfortable doing that. And then the TBI is to be identified, where as we go down this road and start putting some of these things in place, we'll find other programs that we need to add to this thing we call leadership and personal growth. So with that, let me go into the specifics. Our grant program, we're initially going to set aside about $50,000 to have in this pot that once we get our grant application ready, and it's almost ready to go, that will then, like I said, include a commitment to attend the Leadership Academy and or the financial fitness class. We hope to begin this month, but I think because of the process that we've been involved in here, we're probably going to start it in December, and then go from there. I'll explain this as we get further into it, but we'll establish the sizes and purposes of the grants and put all that out there over our many tools of informing people through NextOp as well, so you can have that information. So that provides an immediate goodness for our veterans, but also for what Impact a Hero is doing to help our veterans. Okay. So from a Leadership Academy perspective, I think we have the wrong slideshow here, but anyway, that's okay. The Leadership Academy is a leadership development program. It's all about leadership and equipping the individual, the veteran, but the individual veterans are people. We all have that veteran experience. I'm a 30-year veteran. I was a naval officer. I was a Navy pilot. And then I had command opportunities where I headed an air wing, a squadron, an air wing, and a naval air station. So, but this leadership development program will consist of a 7-chapter syllabus. It will start with the first session being a Myers-Briggs personality profile. I don't know how many of you have had a Myers-Briggs personality profile, but it's a way of understanding to some degree, and we all have to accept what the results of this are ourselves, but is what makes us say things or do things or shape our behavior in those areas. And so it's very informative if you've never done that. And then we'll have the last session. We'll be working in the 30 hours we're going to be working in this. Each individual will walk out of this program with what is called a leadership development action plan. Their plan to take what they've learned, what they've learned about themselves, what they've learned from the sessions that we're in, and they'll put together a development plan that they will then execute with a mentor or coach after they finish the program. And there'll be references, there'll be books that will be given to them to provide some of the other reading and materials that they will have to participate with. It's a 30-hour program. It'll take 8 weeks. And again, the session 1 will be the Myers-Briggs. And this lays it out a little bit more. You can see chapter 1 of our program is defining well, why do we need leaders in the 21st century? Why do we need leaders at all? And what makes those leaders important to any organization, whatever it is, any business, any church, any veteran service organization, all of that is important to have leadership embedded in those organizations. And we need people to step up and learn how to be a leader. And you can learn how to be a leader. I personally believe some people are born that way, but others can learn to be leaders. The second chapter is the difference in leading and managing. And there's a huge difference. Leadership is all about people. You can't lead without people. When you turn around and look behind, if nobody's back there, I don't know if you're leading, right? So, but leadership is about people. Management is about processes, how we lead or do processes and procedures and things like that. So, chapter 3 of the syllabus is then focused on leadership behaviors with what is called emotional intelligence, understanding the emotions that all of us have and we deal with, and how do we handle those emotions, not just ourselves, but in others that we work with. It's a lot of people refer to emotional intelligence or emotional quotient, EQ, as the single most important ingredient or characteristic of a great leader. Chapter 4 is, you see, session 5 will be both chapter 4 and chapter 5, part 1 of chapter 5. Chapter 4 is about teamwork and shaping and putting together a high-performing team, what it means to be a high-performing team, and what each team member must do. And the chapter 5 then gets into power and influence. What is power, and how do we influence people? There's a little slogan out there that says leadership is influence. Nothing more, nothing less. How do we influence people to do things? Is it through the position that we have, or is it through who we are as people? And that's the leadership preference, okay? We want to lead people, we want them to follow us because of the way we influence them to do things, because of the person that we are, not because of the position that we have. That goes into session 6 then. We finish the power and influence, and then we bring in what's called conflict resolution. How do we deal with conflict? All of us face conflict every day. And so how do we deal with that? How do we understand it? And how do we put it to bed if we have to? In a lot of cases, leaders will create conflict just to get things moving in the right direction, and then they'll resolve it. And you have to know how to do that. Session 7 will be chapter 7, which is what we call leading change to secure a new future. Okay, the strategicness of an organization and how leadership is important to that, and leading that change to be a different organization or a better organization. But we need leaders in that process to do that. And then session 8, we'll pull it all together with what I'm calling a graduation exercise. And that's where the Leader Development Action Plan, LDAP, will be the main thing for that session 8. Each person in this program will have to stand up in front of their peers in that class and tell people what they're going to do. And then there'll be partners in that process as they go forward and helping each other with accountability and actually accomplishing that plan. So that's the process for the Leadership Academy. Anybody have any questions about that? Okay, let me move on. So we're going to advertise this probably starting next week. Maybe the end of this week. We'll advertise it through Combined Arms. We're advertising it today with NextOp. And so if you have any questions about it, you can contact us. We'll be sending information out, application form to participate in the first class. And we're going to work with other VSOs on and promoting this program and getting it out there so they know it's available to any veteran out there in any organization, working with any veteran service organization to participate. So that's what we're going to do here coming up real shortly. The program is already put together. It's a business that I have been working on for the last 20 years. So our scheduling, you see, we'll start advertising it very soon, maybe next week. Classes will be given in 4-hour blocks, either starting at 1 p.m. in the afternoon or 5 p.m. early evening and running for 4 hours. It'll be one class a week. The location we haven't determined yet. It says either in SL, which is Sugar Land, or at a suitable location to allow for safety and health considerations. I have my other office in Sugar Land. I have a big atrium where we can have this class with suitable, safe distancing and do that right. I believe that we are going to be better. Individuals will be better through this process. They'll learn more. They'll participate more. They'll get more out of it if we do this in person. But we'll do it safely. Zoom is great, but it's not like being there in person. Class size will be 10 to 15 max, and you can see the time frame starting in December, running for about 8 weeks, and then ending in that first class. Then we'll start 2 classes in January, and then we'll keep that up every month, keep it going forever. That's the Leadership Academy. The second phase is what we call the financial fitness class. We'd like to begin this program in January and have probably 2 classes in January. This will stand alone or follow the Leadership Academy. An individual, a veteran, can go from the Leadership Academy right to the financial fitness if they choose to do that. It will be available to them to do that. So we're working to identify the program and facilitator and put all this in place. We should have that done by early next month and be ready to go. It'll be part of the grant program as I described before. The Operation Impact, remember that from that first slide, we want to bring this program back. And this program is primarily focused on our veterans with PTSD or traumatic brain injury for that post-traumatic growth. This was a program that Impact a Hero did in 2019. I think they did 2 or 3 of these, Robin. And so we're also looking at partnering. You'll see the third bullet there, partnering with an organization called Boulder Crest in Virginia. They're experts in this process. We're not experts in the Operation Impact or in the post-traumatic growth area, but it looked like one organization that's doing a great job with this is Boulder Crest, and we want to establish a partnership with them and to put veterans in that program that we would sponsor in that program so that they can go through it. More to follow on that for Operation Impact. And then the last phase is our Toastmasters. We'll assist in veterans participating in a local club. There's more to follow on that, but that's a great program for public speaking. And then there's the key slide that starts this whole journey, becoming a real leader, key to achieving extraordinary results, Impact a Hero Leadership Academy. So with that, I'll stop and answer any questions anybody has.
All right, thank you, Rick. I do have a question here. So, going back to the Leadership Academy, who exactly qualifies, or who's the audience that you're targeting to attend, whether it be, is it military spouses, veteran, like, what's the audience?
I think we're going to look initially at those veterans who pretty much have it together, and maybe people involved in your program who are looking for a job, need more tools in that effort to look for a job and be better prepared for it from a leadership perspective. And then maybe people who already have jobs and positions but want to improve and develop and be better. So we're looking at those two areas primarily initially. Can't hear you.
I think you're muted.
All right, okay. All right, so you talked about the application process that's going to be pushed out and online and everything. Can you tell me more about the process of what it entails? What's the how long will it take, and what's going to be asked for during the application process?
Well, the application is really pretty simple. It's just telling us on the application who the person is, what their service connection was, what service they were in, how long they served, what unit they came out or served in, what they did, and then anything else about, do they have a job or looking for a job? Those kinds of questions are there, and then we can sort through all of our applications and then start scheduling people for our first class and then classes after that. But it's a pretty simple thing. It's just filling in the blanks on and telling us who you are, and then why you want to do this.
Awesome, thank you. So I'll open up the floor to anybody here that's in attendance. Please chime in. Again, feel free to unmute, ask any questions, or if you would like, enter that in the chat room.
Hello, sir. My name is Humberto Sainz. I was wondering if, since I'm searching for a job right now, and when the classes start in January, that 4-hour time period from 1 to 5, it might conflict with the job. If I am open to a job and stuff like that, and if I start the process with the class, I was wondering if there might be any type of like volunteership opportunities, maybe on the weekends with helping with the lesson plans or something like that, or anything dealing with the setup or something like that, or on the surrounding portion that we can still learn, but if it might conflict with the job searching or the job, from that time period, if there's any workaround or any ways to catch up if I might miss 1 or 2 classes on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, or something like that.
Well, we're going to be pretty flexible about that, Alberto. But I think the slide, what I said was, what I meant to say was, we'll either look at an afternoon class starting at 1 and going for 4 hours, or we'll do an evening class, okay, starting at 5 or 6 and doing it in the evening. And so those people like yourself who may get in the way of your job search or actually with a job, can you dedicate 4 hours once a week in this program after work? And so that's probably where we're going to do it, is in the evening, maybe starting at 6 o'clock, 5:30, 6 o'clock, and then running for 4 hours from that time frame. Does that make sense? Is that better?
Okay. I understand now. So it's 4 hours a week. It's not 4 hours every day.
It's 4 hours a week, 1 class a week, and then there'll be preparation between the first class and the second class. There'll be some reading and some things you have to do to continue that learning process. It's what we call experiential learning in the classroom, and so there'll be some requirements to read, not a whole lot, but just come to the next class having read and prepared for the next class. And it's a building block process as we go through it. But I think primarily based on, like yourself, people working or maybe working or looking for a job during the day, we'll probably schedule our first class for an evening class, and it's 1 class a week for 4 hours. Okay.
Awesome, thank you. All right, anyone else have a question?
This is more of a comment than a question. I'm retired Air Force, and so prior to about a year out from retiring, I attended the Senior NCO Leadership Academy. And unfortunately, for those middle enlisted leaders, they may not often get the opportunity to attend a leadership course like that. And just from the slides, the senior leadership course that I attended was very similar, but you had to be an E7 to qualify for that. And so I think this is a great opportunity for those middle enlisted leaders that have gotten out that haven't had that leadership, experience or training to be successful on the outside, on the civilian side of life. Because I think it's very important to, understand yourself before you can be a leader. And you alluded to that's part of the training. So I think it'll be a great opportunity. And thank you guys for sharing that with us today.
Well, thank you, Tiffany. Yes, and I've been doing this basically for 20 years. And when I first started putting this program together, and I've worked with senior executives down to project managers, and so this program, this class, what I put together here is the project manager level class to start with. But if we needed to do a senior type executive class, I'd be happy to put people through that as well. So, but I'm very flexible in doing that, and I think it's so important. Leadership is my passion, and I've had that through my whole military career. And so this is one way I can share the materials and programs that I've already put together over the years, and help people grow and develop. And that's my whole purpose. And that's what we're going to be doing at Impact a Hero. And I think it's very valuable. Like you said, thank you very much.
Awesome. So that brings me to my point I was going to add. I have two comments, not questions here. So the first, just like Tiffany was talking about, so after our meeting we had a couple weeks ago,
Yes.
I went back and did some research about the leadership program. And I found a lot of universities in the area conduct almost a similar type of leadership programs there. But to add that, they, again, same curriculum, but they're going to charge over thousands of dollars, open wide to, obviously whoever, open to everybody. But this similar program is going to be offered to veterans. And again, we say free. So
yeah, I usually charge $2,500 a person to go through this program.
So it's an awesome opportunity. And the second comment to that is, it's kind of funny we talked about leadership, because this morning the team we're talking about an opportunity that came up with a brand new company. Dina may talk about a little more, but so a lot of times companies will call us, and again, everyone's different. Some companies, they want 10 years experience, they want X, Y, and Z, they want this stuff on paper, but you have other companies that they want leaders. They can go get away with experience because they can train that person, but they want leaders to lead teams. They want leaders to grow their company. So I think this is a great opportunity to gain that knowledge, gain that experience, go to this class and take that out to the civilian community and grow and have that on your backgrounds. And that's going to just open you up with more opportunities, and doors might be wide open for you at that point.
Robin, let's add some comments.
I totally agree with you, John. And as we had discussed in that meeting when I met you in Indiana, I feel like it's definitely a program for what you and Rick have mentioned when it comes to employment, but I think it also so much applies to personal life as well, emotional intelligence, decision making, just in your regular day-to-day relationships. I think it applies to that as well. I think it's very firm and strong for that to assist with that as well. And then I also wanted to mention, we have a library here at the Combined Arms Building. It's in transition right now. We're still trying to get it organized and so forth, but we have almost every book you can imagine on personal growth and leadership, finance, you name it. It's open to any veteran that would like to come up. We have some seats in there. It's a comfortable setting. It's quiet. If they ever want to come up and borrow a book to read or even check one out, I'm still working on how to do that on the computer. I'm not quite sure how to do it quite yet, but we can figure it out. But we have a great library too for anyone to use for resource as well.
Yeah, I've got two comments. One is we're going to give all the participants a book. I haven't really, there's a book that goes with this program, but I'm going to look for another book as well that will give the resources to our participants. And the other comment I have is that My older son is a captain in the Navy, and he's going to take command of an aircraft carrier in January. So he's done very well, right? Very proud of him. But he just went through the Navy Senior Leadership course at Newport, Rhode Island. Now, okay. And a lot of the topics that he had, and I've talked to him about this, are in this program. Okay, and so it's a great program, and I just looking forward to working with folks as we get this thing started, and the word gets out across our greater Houston network of veterans. Hey, this is available, and it will help you grow and develop and be a better person.
I'm going to add my email address, our contact email. If anyone has a referral or questions after we're finished, or if they want to possibly sign up, they're welcome to email me.
Awesome. All right, any other questions or comments or anything out there?
Hey, John, I had one.
Okay.
Yes.
My question was, I'm definitely interested in Leadership Academy. I like that you're doing it after 6 o'clock. I am employed, so I have to come after work. That's not really a question, the comment. My question though is the Impact Heroes. It wouldn't be for me. I want to try to refer my father to it. He's a Desert Storm veteran. He's got a TBI. So he's got some PTSD. So I was wondering if y'all would have the information on the website after this to try to get him signed up if he wants to.
Sure, all that will come out in our application, and then we can, once we see people apply and get a little information on them, like your dad, that we can then put him in that bucket to maybe work with Boulder Crest and,
Okay.
and Operation Impact Weekend and help him in that regard. So we're not qualified to do that. We're not experts in that area. Okay.
Right.
I would say I'm maybe an expert in leadership and all that. I can do that, but
Right.
that specific care and connection and learning and growing through that, the experiences they had, people with the folks like you did with PTSD or TBI, we want to refer them to the absolute best we can, best place we can to get that help.
Okay.
And that healing.
For the time being, we're just asking perhaps to go through the Combined Arms website, have the veteran register there, and then they'll go through the connection assessment link and go ahead, and it has notes on there, I believe, or a specific little box for questions. You can have them apply on there. I'm interested in the Impact Hero Leadership Program, and that will directly come to us as a referral from there as well.
But we're going to put this, we're redoing our website. This will be on our website. Robin just, I think, put her email address out there. You can contact her, and we can start, and we'll send this to John. We'll send our application form to you, John, and you can spread it out across your network. It's ready to go. We just haven't put it out there yet, but we're putting the pieces in place. We're going to hire a program lady Thursday to help in this process. She's another Navy veteran, and a really great gal, and she's going to help with this program. So we'll be fully equipped and ready to rock and roll. I can't wait. So
awesome. We are excited. All right. So again, so we have some time here. So again, we put this hour together, just to talk about different resources, different questions you may have. Maybe it's not for you, maybe for someone you're talking to. So please, feel free to add any comments, any other resources you have out there that you want to put out, advertise. Again, we're going to put this on social media. So if you have any comments, any suggestions, any feedback, or any other resources you want to share, please, press unmute. Let's talk about it. This is your time.
We'll also send you, John, our syllabus. This is a syllabus for the whole program, and if you can look at it, you can share with your folks. And but this is the syllabus that we'll cover in the Leadership Academy.
Okay, awesome. Thank you.
Okay.
On the library that's there at the Combined Arms, do you know if we'll do we have to go in to take a look and see on there, or is there a list of the books that you currently have on inventory? In anything dealing with leadership, or to kind of get like a head start on the program?
Oh, sure. Yeah, we have a ton of, well, not a ton, but we have, there are many books in the library, and most of them deal with personal development and leadership. And some of those books are incorporated into the program already. So yes,
So if you want,
contact, you have to get access to the building, but if you contact Robin, she can give you access, and then you can go right in and look at the library, look at the books in the library, and check a book out or 2 books out, whatever you want to do to prepare. And I can advise you on which ones to start with.
I think you had did you have a follow-up question?
and once you get all the names of the applicants, you'll get a stronger basis of foundation on where the curriculum's going to be, whether you're going to have it at the Sugarland complex, or if you might have it in the downtown Milby area, the Combined Arms, or
it could actually be right here at Combined Arms at our facility here. So
okay, so that's you've got it set up. They're going to be there on Milby.
yes, we can do it here as well. So it just depends on where the majority maybe of the participants are. I personally live in Sugarland, but Robin lives in the Woodlands. So, but we meet here at Combined Arms. But yes, we'll work that with the participants, and we'll do the best location that fits all the participants.
Okay.
We have a question from Jane asking if there's a list of books available to check out, to view without coming physically up to the library. I do not have that developed right now quite yet. Again, like I mentioned, we're kind of transitioning. I'm trying to get it organized, and I'm trying to learn the checkout process of the computer system. So I believe that once we have it inventoried in that, I'll be able to create a spreadsheet of all of the books that we have available. So if you don't mind, just keep an eye on our website, and I'll post an update with that. And also I will post an update on the discussion board of the Combined Arms website as well. Thank you, Jane.
Awesome, thank you.
Any other questions? Hey, Kenneth, can you hear me there at TSTC?
Putting him on the spot.
Unmute.
Yes, sir. I can absolutely hear you here.
Okay, I want you to talk to your chancellor and tell him, because I'm a good friend of his, and help put that campus there down where you are.
Not a problem. I will actually probably have a conversation with Randy either today or tomorrow.
Okay, well, tell him you need this program at TSTC.
Absolutely.
Okay.
And we actually have some more initiatives that we're working on statewide.
Okay.
So I'll have some individuals that I'm taking from the Fort Hood campus, from the Fort Hood Post to the Waco campus. So this is something that I can definitely introduce to them as well.
Yeah, it's just an additive thing. I know you're focused mostly on the technical aspects of getting a job and profession, but this is something that everybody can use no matter what you do. And just for everybody, I'm a current Texas state representative. I didn't run for re-election, but I know the TSTC folks really well. So they're really good folks. Good opportunities there. I often thought I wanted to be a welder, because you guys do a great job training welders, right?
Yes, we do.
Okay. Any other questions, folks?
John, I actually have a question for you, if you don't mind, for NextOp in general, actually. We do get, because I guess it can be vague with our scope of service here, with speaking on the leadership program and so forth and personal growth. We do get a lot of people that are sending us applications and looking for employment. And I have given out your name once or twice. Is there a certain procedure that we should follow with maybe sending you some referrals?
So no, I mean, we're okay with the emails you send if you want to refer us to anybody. I mean, of course, we do use the CACS portal as well, the Echo link that we had talked about. So we also do that. But I would say, just keep in mind that we do support just the post 9/11 veterans. So anybody obviously joined after 2001, honorable discharge. We do focus on the middle enlisted, so E3 to E7. That's our target audience. But yes, feel free to, if you email me, so that the gentleman you emailed me, referred me a week ago or so. I referred them to a different organization because we're not able to help them out. So we definitely refer people if we're not able to help them out. So whatever's easier, just to kind of, I guess, answer the question.
Thanks a lot. You guys have a great turnout here, though. Thank you so much for this time that you guys have given us.
Yeah.
And
No problem. Thank you. Again, this will be recorded, so it's going to be touched out to the whole our network base. So definitely get some feedback soon and get some.
I'm excited about this, John, and you know, maybe your organization fills the whole first class. I don't know, but happy to do that. But so once I think once the word gets out there, people start experiencing this, that there'll be people knocking down the door to participate, and it's just going to help them. It's going to help them be a better person and be a leader, and they'll learn things about themselves in this process.
Right. Great. Awesome. Well, all right, everyone. So I'll open up the floor one more time. Just any other comments, any other questions you have?
I just want to say thanks again, and we will definitely be sharing your information with our candidates. A lot of times they don't know that they need, additional training or education, and until it's put, if you want to be competitive in this market, you've got to bring your best foot forward, and leadership skills, because everybody says they want to grow within a company. Well, you're going to need to be a leader at some point, so we will definitely be recommending this. So thank you so much for sharing today.
Well, we appreciate that, and again, we're here to make a positive impact on the lives of our veterans. And
Absolutely.
that's our mission. So I appreciate that. Thank you very much.
Well, all right, everyone. So in that, we'll kind of close it up here. Thank you again, Rick and Robin, for taking time out to share this awesome program. Again, just like Tiffany was saying, this is a can't miss opportunity. So definitely, if you want to grow, you want to develop as a leader in the civilian side. So take your military experience and push it forward in your next career, your next chapter in life. Definitely look at this here. So again, just take a moment here to copy and paste any of the websites that I put out there. I put our YouTube channel, I put the Impact to Hero website, the Combined Arms website. Definitely all of these are going to be utilized for those applications, talk about the program, so definitely look it up. Robin put her email address, I believe, or her phone number or email address. So definitely, if you have any further questions, if you're interested, definitely you can go straight to her, start the application with her, and just let us know if you have any questions or concerns. And again, we thank you for your time.
Thank you very much, guys. Good to see you.
thank
Bye-bye.
you.
Thank you, John.